Hey Thrivers, I want to share with you today 3 really powerful tips that can help you when a narcissist lashes out at you. And it's so important because when a narcissist lashes out at you, it can be brutal, especially if you're a fair way into the relationship. And this is where the mask is dropped and you're seeing the real personality, and it can be brutal. And the narcissist knows where to hit you. They know where your soft spots are. They know how to get reactions. And they can be cruel beyond cruel because they've already tested your boundaries and they know that you're still in the relationship, and no matter how much it hurts you, that you're going to stay connected to them. So they can really, really go for it. You know how painful it is, and you know what happens, how distressed you get, how much despair and how much pain and abuse goes down when these times happen. So how do you reverse it? How do you turn it all around? These 3 ways are going to help you beyond measure, I promise you. So let's start off with the first one. The event happens, the abusive comment or whatever the narcissist is doing to you, and you get triggered. You feel the adrenaline and the cortisol rushing through your body. And of course, you want to come back. You react. You want to get angry. You want to get upset. You want to scream at them. You want to do something. You want to run out the door. I really want you to understand that when that cortisol and adrenaline hits, what happens is you're thrown into the amygdala in the back of your brain. You're in fight, flee, or freeze. And that means you're chopped off from intelligence. So what you want to do is get back in your body, and you want to be able to allow that cortisol or that adrenaline to do its thing very, very quickly, but not to keep coursing through you, so that you can come back into sobriety and sanity and power in your body. A very, very powerful and quick way to do that is to breathe, open up your body, don't tense, and say, I bless and accept this feeling. Now that puts you back in your body. You're back in the cockpit. You're able to have control over what you're going to do next, so that you're not handing your power away. It's very, very helpful. Okay, so the next thing that I want you to do is to know that whatever's coming out of the narcissist's mouth is more about them than what it is about you. And what happens is we take it on, we take it personally, and they know that. And that's how they hook you and they get you to grant them attention and energy. So it's about reversing, taking on what that person is saying to you and absorbing it in your inner identity as a truth, and rather beautiful self-talk to yourself, which is something like your name. I'm here for you. I love you. That stuff's not about you. What is the truth about you is I love and adore you, and I am looking after you, and I am present with you no matter what anybody else is or isn't doing. And this beautiful, supportive, loving self-talk, as you would talk to somebody that you adore, and the more loving and gentle and sweet and supportive, the better. So you might say things like, sweetheart, I know that's happening, but that's not the truth. I'm here for you. I love you. I adore you. I'm never leaving you again. We've got this. I've got you. I love you. You're doing a great job. And this over and over and over again means that rather than you hooking into the narcissist and trying to get them to change their behavior so that they'll love and support you, you have bypassed all of that back into the power and the solidness of, I can love and support myself. This is between me and my true source, rather than any false source who is playing with me and abusing me and hooking me onto them, trying to change them to get them to love and approve of me. I've already got my love and approval. So what you're saying is crap. I don't need to take it on. I don't need to change it. I am my own source of power and wholeness. That will start reversing that for you. Now, to go deeper is the third stage, because here's the problem as a human being. When we're triggered and we're being abused and we're feeling empty and unworthy and unloved and like our life is like nothing like we thought it would be, as it turns out with a narcissist, we can jump into our head and try to work it all out and talk ourselves out of it and come up with new solutions. And the problem is this: the brain follows the body. And I know if you think about it, that the more that you've tried to research and think your way out of the trauma, often the more you get obsessed about it. You go over and over and over the same grounds, what he or she said, what you should have said, what did that mean, why did they do that, how can they do that, how do anybody do those shocking things that a narcissist can do? And you just go round and round and round and round until you feel like you're going crazy. And the reason why you do is because the trauma that you've experienced, not just from the narcissist in the present day, but from your history and your childhood and even beyond, in your genetic makeup, in your belief systems and your acquired traumas through your ancestors, that you've been stuck in belief systems and traumas that have created your inner identity. And here's the thing: if we have an inner identity, like an inner love code of the people who love me, hurt me, invalidate me, abuse me, reject me, abandon me, replace me, some of those, any of those, or all of those, that's your inner identity in regard to your love code. And that could be to do with your family. It could be to do with friendships. It could be to do with intimate partner relationship. It could be to do with authority. Whatever it's to do with, that's your inner identity. And that's an incredibly powerful, powerful force that is running your life, whether you know it or not. And by the age of 30, many neuroscientists such as Bruce Lipton and Joe Dispenza and other incredible minds believe that by the time we're 30 years of age or so, that's running around 90% of our entire life. And I completely and utterly agree with that. And then what that means, if that's your inner identity, no matter how much you try to think your way out of it, your mind is going to keep defaulting back to following the body, following the inner identity. You can actually only actively think within the bandwidth of your inner identity. So this is why the inner work to change your inner identity, your subconscious programs, is everything. It's actually the answer. And when you do that, then that frees up space in your brain and the construction of your neurowiring for you to be able to think in ways that do serve you, rather than be stuck in the continual default back to the victimized, limited, painful, traumatic feelings that have been your inner identity. So it's just so important. So what I'd love you to do, and I'm going to invite you to do, if this speaks to you, if this makes sense to you, and if you dearly want to get out of being triggered and handing power away and stuck in the same abusive patterns with the same abusive people, no matter what area of your life it's been going on. And also, maybe you've got away from these abusive people, but you're still reliving what happened over and over and over within you, and you want to get free of that. Then I would love to invite you to my 3 Keys upcoming workshop, where I want to take you on a deeper journey with this and take you through those 3 levels of taking your power back, and show you, especially through the 3rd one, just how powerful it is when you know how to meet your inner identity in a loving, inclusive, self-partnering way and release what's been hurting in ways that are incredibly powerful and fast, and reprogram your inner identity onto the bandwidth, onto the truth that you do want to live. Because it's not just life changing, it's literally life saving. It saves your soul from what you've been going through. So to get your sanity and your life and your soul back, I'd love you to join me. The link is with this video. I hope that this has spoken to you, and let me know in the comments if you can feel what I'm saying in your body, if this starts giving you some peace, and if you know that it's time to take your power back. Let me know in the comments in this video. All right, everybody. Lots of love. Talk soon. Bye-bye.